Hi guys, Top Hops here, and today we are at one of the biggest malls in Canada. It is the Vaughn Mills Mall, where they have one of the biggest Toys R Us, Lego store, Hot Topic, GameStop, so let's go in. Alrighty, so we are inside, and the first thing that I noticed on this sign was the Toys R Us and Babies R Us, so it looks like we're going that direction. Also, not that I need anything over at Babies R Us, I'm mostly going for the toys, you know? Now, as you guys can probably tell, we are in Toys R Us. The only thing is, I don't know where the pop section is. But something that I did want to mention while I was looking for it is that this is actually a different kind of Toys R Us than the usual one. Because this is one of the biggest ones in Canada, they for some reason get in a bunch of other exclusives that we don't normally see around Canada, so it's going to be really interesting to see that section. Oh, and did I also mention it's a mini Funko shop inside? I mean, come on, look at this. Like, check this out. They've got a bunch of exclusives on clearance, and this is some newer stuff too, like the Rick with Memory vial, which is a neat figure, as well as like Cho-Cho from Boruto, as well as the, I believe this is the Light and Sound Batman, which is really neat. I've never seen a person like this. And then to the left over here, we also have the Stranger Things 2-pack of Joyce and Hopper. I really like this 2-pack protector. Oh, and I also got to show you guys these displays where they're actually like giant Funko Pop boxes, and they've got like Charizard over here, of course, as well as Harry Potter. And then speaking of Harry Potter, they also have this one over here where he's like running into platform 9 3/4. And then to the right of that, we also have a giant Batman on top of a building with the bat signal. I love this thing. Oh, now check this out, guys. I ran into the Disney section where they've got a lot of stuff, and I saw on Instagram that people were posting that they just got these ones in maybe yesterday. It is the 100th anniversary Donald Duck as well as Goofy. These are two that I'm definitely going to be getting. And then looking around a little bit more over here, they also have like the Maleficent engine, which is really cool, Cinderella, Cruella de Vil, as well as Captain Hook. And I do have Captain Hook, but I don't have this one, so it could be a cool pickup. I just don't know if I want to collect the entire set. Oh, and then just above that, guys, check it out. They've got Val from Star Wars. This is part of the WinterCon, so that would have been... Oh, why am I blanking on the convention here? Why am I... Somebody help me here. But anyways, guys, looking around a little bit more, I'm also noticing like Zurg over here, which isn't too crazy, but still cool to see. And then on the right, I see that they have a bunch of sodas. And it seems like clearance on these ones too for $13.98. Okay, I gotta get something because I'm sure there's one that I need to chase for. Oh, and now Nate, what do we have over here?
So the entire Loungefly section is kind of neat. I feel like we haven't seen that in a couple Toys R Us.
I don't think never at a Toys R Us before.
There was this one too, so it's like the Charizard, Charmeleon, and Charmander bag.
You know what's funny? I think we saw, was it a Bulbasaur one or a I forget, it was a Squirtle or Bulbasaur a little while ago.
Pretty nice, like, well put together bag.
And that is not a pop yet. So I would love to see one in the future.
Maybe hinting at something? Probably not, but
you never know. Now here is another one that I'm seeing for the first time. It is Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. And it looks like they actually made him a 6-inch inside, which is amazing. And you know what, now that I'm looking at it, it seems like this is kind of like the bigger figure section where they've got like the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, Hawkman and Cruiser. Here we've got like, oh, this one's great. This is Ollivander's The Wand Shop. Oh, and then also over here to the right, I don't know how I missed this, they've got the Elliot and E.T., where this one completely glows in the dark. And now it seems like the sections just keep going because this one over here, the Vecna and Vecna 2-pack, as well as one of the ones from Bakugan. I almost said Yu-Gi-Oh, but Bakugan. And then I believe this one down here is new for like this week even. It's the Coca-Cola Santa and Chair. And now since this is my first time here, I figure I might as well show off the top a little bit better, because if you guys don't know, this is actually what they have inside of the Funko Everett store, which is really cool to see here. And I also like that they have their slogan, everyone is a fan of something, on the sign. And then if you go to the left, you can see a bunch of other figures, which, I mean, we've seen a couple of these before at different stores like Walmart, and maybe they even have one over at our Toys R Us, but definitely not this many altogether. And then, oh, check this out, they also have the CN Tower with a giant Funko sign above it. Oh, now wait a second, guys. They also have some of the posters over here, and these are 3 that I have. I was hoping maybe they'd have some other ones, but they've also got like the Jumbo Batman as well as the Oogie Boogie, which is definitely cool to see. And I think out of these 3 here, I don't show them off very often, so I figure I might as well a bit more. They've got the Tyrannosaurus Rex and Velociraptor, Dorothy and Toto, and then this one here, which is the Snow White and Woodland Creatures. I just wish they put the 7 Dwarfs in this thing, especially because that is the actual movie poster. I mean, Funko would have been amazing. And like, guys, I'm not gonna be able to show off everything, but the sections just keep going. Like, we've got more over here, we've got a bunch on this wall, and I'm noticing the 2 new ones here are like the Diamond Edition Tapatio Man as well as Miss Marvel with that huge fist. And then actually right behind me, some more figures. We've got a bunch of Bo-Katan as well as the Mandalorian Valentine's Day versions, and they are on sale if you guys need them. And now I came over to the Lego section because I want to show you guys something unique to this Toys R Us. It's actually a Lego version of the CN Tower. It's so massive, it's hard to show off on camera. But like, seriously though, guys, take a look at this. I wonder how many bricks it actually is. And now, guys, this is really cool. Look who we ran into over here. It's Jeffrey the Giraffe. Okay, now everybody, I saw that there was a sports store and I figured I might as well check it out because, you know, you never know if they're gonna have any sports ones, and it looks like they do, but they also have a much better section than I expected. Like, take a look at this. And I noticed this one down here, guys. They actually have the new Merida from Brave, the New York Comic Con exclusive. Looks like Captain Hook has seen better days, but I mean, like, there's an Edward Elric, and I believe this figure actually has a chase. It doesn't look like they have them. But pretty cool to see these guys, that's for sure. Oh, and then check this one out, guys. They got Dolly Parton, and this is the first time I have ever seen this one in person. If you guys don't know, my grandpa was a huge fan, and I kind of want to get it. I don't know. It's just really cool to see, though. All right, so just to let you guys know, we came out of the hockey store, and there was a couple security guards telling us not to take pictures, so I've got to be careful when I'm in the middle here. But the next place that we're going to be going to is, I believe, the Lego store, so let's see what's up there. Okay, we made it, and I got to show you guys this. Like, all of the ones in the front here, like the Eiffel Tower, as well as the globe and the lighthouse. This is one that I did want to get a while back, but I don't know, now that I'm seeing it in person, it's kind of huge. Where would I put this? And now the main reason that we came over to the Lego store is because I wanted to get a bunch of BrickHeads for a video, and the one that I wanted to get was this here specifically, the Even Wally, but the problem was it was sold out online until May or something like that. But the nice thing was they had one left in stores, and I'm probably going to be getting a bunch of other ones as well, like, you know, these two here for the 100th anniversary, as well as like Cruella de Vil and Maleficent. And then I also noticed over here like Tusken Raiders, some of the Lord of the Rings, and we have also got Obi-Wan. I'm going to be getting a bunch today. I know this isn't actually a huge Lego store because they do have a Discovery Center behind where like kids can go and play with Lego and check it out, as well as ride some rides. But like you guys saw with the BrickHeads, I was able to get every single one that I wanted, so a huge video on them coming soon. Now we've made it over to GameStop, and it seems like their section is a little bit smaller than the usual one that I go to, but I did notice over here, and I was thinking about it, I didn't actually pick up any sodas over at Toys R Us because when I looked at them, they didn't have many that I needed for the chases. But I am seeing this Ron Swanson here, and there's only one left. Does it look sealed? Kinda. And I do still need the chase, so I think, you know what, just for fun, let's go for it. Especially because I'm looking around here and I'm not seeing many other figures that I need, so yeah, this seems like a good one for today. Actually, you know what, guys, I was just checking and it seems like the entire bottom is open on this, so we're gonna have to pass on Ron Swanson, which is definitely too bad. Now, Noah, I found something that you were looking for the other day.
I don't know. What was that?
Okay, well, hold on. You asked about if they had more. Wait, no, it wasn't Chef Saltbaker. Look, let me move this out of the way, Noah. You ready? Look behind it. Ta-da!
Oh, there you go.
Another one of the Boruto ones that you were looking for, because I got the first one, and I believe that one there is the second one.
It is, yeah.
Now let me see if I can get this thing down. Yeah, it's part of the Hokage series. No, could you hold this for a second? I mean, yeah, take a look at that. Did you want it today?
Maybe, we'll see.
I mean, the figure does look pretty nice, and you have the first one. You might as well get them when they come out. See, it's number 2. Okay, so there was a toy store next to GameStop, and I found this small section of Pops at the back. Figured I might as well show it off. I don't know, there was just a couple figures that I hadn't seen very often, like El Kabong, Joni, Kid and Play, some fun stuff. And now, guys, next to that toy store, there's actually a Hot Topic, and it seems like they don't really have anything too crazy that I'm on the hunt for, but it's always good to check it out because they do have like Gur Eating Pizza, as well as the Frankenstein and the Bride 2-pack, which is a bit of an older set, so kind of cool to see. I just already have it in the collection. And now, one thing that I did want to check is with this Elsa here, is it going to have like that little thing on the back? Okay, yeah, it does. So I'm guessing it's probably to do with the princesses, if I were to guess. Also, if it'll focus, there we go, guys, that's a little bit better. But yeah, it says Magic and Transformation. And I noticed that it was on the Mirabelle one, but it wasn't on any of the others, so it's probably the Disney Princess set. And then also, guys, over here to the left, I noticed they have a bunch of the Disney Villains Assembled, but I believe, yeah, I'm up to date on these guys so far. Okay, now I know this next thing doesn't really have anything to do with Funko or collectibles, but I wanted to show it off because apparently they've got one of the biggest Bass Pro Shops here. I mean, look at how massive this is. Like, we ran into the fish tank here, and down at the bottom, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there is a long-nosed gar. I thought that was only on River Monsters. All right, now I'm not going to show you guys much more for today, but I just wanted to show you this as well. There's literally a plane hanging above me. And just like that, everybody, that was the mall. So now let's keep going because we've got a couple more stores we want to hit. So like I said, we're not just going to the mall today. Nate also wanted to come over here, which is 401 Games, and I heard they also have Pops, so we might as well check this out together. Now, it looks like, guys, this is the section that they've got, which seems to be a lot of Pokemon, and it's neat because they've got some of the WonderCon flocked Pichus down here, as well as the 25th anniversary Bulbasaur, as well as Pikachu. And then, of course, we've got Angry Pikachu, Waving Pikachu, Meowth, Psyduck, Squirtle, some fun figures. And of course, because this is a card store, there is a lot of cool Pokemon products. Also, I don't know why this is here, but check this out, guys. A random Groot Hikari just sitting over there by the boxes. And just like that, everybody, I'm back. And now I think the best store to start with is the Lego store, because I did end up getting a lot while I was there. Also, I apologize, these new bags are super loud. And so I touched upon it a little bit while I was in the store, but I'm working on another video where I unbox a bunch of BrickHeads, because they are collectibles very similar to Funko Pops, just made of Lego. And so I did pick up the Balrog and Gandalf, which is honestly one of my favorites out of this newer set. Especially because there are other ones, as you guys can see on the back here, but I felt like Balrog was just so cool. Then I also ended up grabbing this one here, the Tusken Raider, and this one has actually only 152 pieces, but for the amount of detail, you'd think it's way more. And then the rest of them here are actually all Disney, and the reason that I wanted to go for the BrickHeads while I was there instead of ordering them online was because of the Wally and Eve set. I think I talked about it while I was there, but they were actually on like back order till May, and I was so glad that I was able to find them today. So we've got the Maleficent as well as Cruella de Vil, and then we've also got the Moana and Merida 2-pack, which is really cool. And I kind of enjoy that they're doing just like random characters together. Now I wanted to see which one had the most pieces. 320, I think that one was like 348, yeah, so this one here at 410 is probably the most. Oh, but you know what? Hold on, we've got one with way more in a second. And then we've also got this one here, which is Wally and Eve. This is kind of crazy. For both of them, it's only 155 pieces, but I guess it makes sense. Look at how thin the box is. And then, of course, the last one that I got here is going to have the most pieces. Yeah, it's 501. Wait a second. These two here are 410, and then these four are 501? I mean, that is pretty crazy, guys. And I don't know if I showed you that I picked this one up while I was in the store, but I did. Of course, because it's right here. And well, anyways, that means I'm going to be building, like, I think about 15 in one video, because I also have the Jake and Jake Sully from Avatar, and I'm going to be doing all of these together. It's going to be a lot of fun. And now, everybody, let's get into what I got over at Toys R Us, because honestly, it wasn't much at the mall in terms of Funko Pops besides these. No, actually, now that I say that, this is all of the Funko Pops that I got. Oh, no, wait, there was one more over at GameStop. It was this figure here. It's my brother's. He already brought it up to his collection. And you know what, now that I think about it, we should probably do another video for his collection in the future. If you'd like to see that, please let me know. Because he has a lot of random figures that I don't. But anyways, let's get into this one here, which is the Disney 100 Donald Duck. And I like how on the back side here, they actually show what he's based off of. And it's kind of funny because he came out a year after Disney started. Because they started in 1933, of course, that makes it 100 years. And he says since 1934. Pretty crazy. And I believe that one there was also exclusive to Target Con. And then this one was maybe just Target or Target Con as well. I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, the other one that I grabbed was Goofy. And wait a second here. Oh, no, wait. I was thinking 90th anniversary. Okay, so it was a little bit, later on, yeah. Because it would be 23, not 33. What am I thinking? And so they were actually like both about like 10 years later. Yeah, because Goofy was 1932, and then like I said, Donald Duck was 1934. But either way, I just love having both of these in the collection together. I think they look great next to each other. And now I also wanted to mention that going to that Toys R Us and also meeting a celebrity while I was there was pretty cool. But that one just seems to get in way more stuff than the usual, and I believe it's because they're almost like considering it the Canadian Funko shop? I believe that's what it is. Because of course they do have a mini Funko shop inside, and I think that is one of the biggest Toys R Us's, and maybe there's one in Alberta that's slightly bigger. I'd have to check on that. Because of course they do have the West Edmonton Mall, which I believe is the biggest one in North America, or at least the biggest one in North America in terms of the amount of stores they've got. But I digress. And anyways, guys, that is pretty much everything for today's video, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow.